EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Prescott from the gun. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Made by Robert Quinn.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. This is Bell on the dump off. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd down.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal.
A 29-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Made the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
32-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
To Ezekiel Elliott.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Ezekiel Elliott.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Richard Sherman, a Pro Bowler a year ago, had a pick-6 in the season opener last season against Tampa Bay, and he delivers again with a return for a touchdown on that play. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Score Cardinals 10, 49ers nothing. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return for Ayuk.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Jones. A drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now a first down carry by Bell. Shedding through the defense and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To the air, Allen. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
21, Ezekiel Elliott.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
At the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The give is to Bell. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 20-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. And this is 3rd down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. To throw, it's Allen. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Cardinal first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malik Harrison brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Down. 3rd and long.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A give to Bell. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
First down, Arizona.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do? I don't even know.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But
you don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Prescott now. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. A give to Elliott. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Prescott with the
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Let's go, defense.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Prescott. And he's got Snead. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's complete to Snead. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The 18-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers get a score closer. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 20, 49ers 7.
Forbath descended away now following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On second down, it's Bell. Nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Number 20.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 7. And this is 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Yeah, the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And now they'll throw with Allen. Looking deep for Gabriel. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try to get some more points.
A gain of 3, second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find
the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
39-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Andre Roberts on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
To start the drive, they'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Bell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 6 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Got Lockett. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Here we go. 47. Switch. Hey, switch gears.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 10th carry now for Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the curls. Watch the curls. 55's mark, guy. 55. Rip left. Rip left. Check 13.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Kill. 27. He's checking. Crash. Kill.
The give is to Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Linval Joseph in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So as it turns out, that sack at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Andre Roberts on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Le'Veon Bell.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 24 yards.
And the Cardinals.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. They complete it to Hill. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Allen. Stocker's got it, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
At the 6-yard line.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
Being checked. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
28, 49ers 10. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run with Elliott. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Check 24, check 24. You got tape. You got tape.
They'll run it with Elliott, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen, letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Allen. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over.
Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target. And now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
And this is 3rd down.
Here's Allen to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown.
To number 11, A.J. Brown.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, D.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there. They've got a ways to go now on 3rd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, 55. Check.
Again, it's Elliott.
Let's go, D.
Yeah, he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Arizona, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Niners, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.